As we saw, the try except blocks in the except clause in this particular statement, we specify the name of the exception, and additionally we can also use an alias or a variable name to that particular exception. As we see here, we have the exception as inst, so instance. So this can be, we can call this a variable name or an exception instance, and then we can use that instance that is created here inside of that except clause, where here we are saying print type of instance, print instance dot args, and what we see in the output is it's a class exception. And when we say instance dot arguments, what we get in the output are the arguments for the exception that we have specified in the try block. So here we see that the exception has the values spam and eggs, and those are what we see printed out here. Additionally, we can also print these arguments directly by typing the name of the instance or name of the variable without accessing through the .args method, and we still can see that we have the span and eggs printed in the output. Furthermore, we can unpack the information inside of the args by typing x comma y is equal to instance dot arguments, and then we can individually print the values of x and y as we see here. So the takeaway message from this slide is that we can use a variable name or an exception instance for describing a particular exception, for or referring to a particular exception that is side of the except clause. And here is a list of exceptions that are listed in the docs. The base exception is the one that is the top, that's like a parent class from which these all other exceptions are derived. And we can see that from this there are four main classes that are the base exception group: generator exit, keyboard interrupt, system exit, and exceptions. And then within exception, these are other exceptions that are derived, which is arithmetic error, assertion error, etc., etc. And the error that we just saw, which was the type error, let's see if we can find it. Here is the type error on the right hand side, and that again is derived from the class exception.